Hi everyone, and welcome back to another VLOGMAS. So as you can see, we have a new addition to our background. Little snowman. I think in one of the previous vlogs we asked for any names for him. So he might have a name by now.
But as of yet, we don't know.
But he's so cute.
He's enjoying his time next to Oasis Winnie. Oasis Winnie showing him the ropes.
Yeah. So we thought today we would share our kind of review / just kind of chat about some of the Christmassy things we've watched on Netflix recently. So if you're looking for something new to watch to get into the festive spirit, then there might be a few on this list that you haven't watched yet, because they're all quite new, I think. There's 5 things that we've watched recently.
And there's a couple that I haven't actually watched.
Yeah.
So Helena's taken the reins for those.
So number 1, I'll start with one that I just watched, and it's called Dash and Lily, and it is a TV series, 8 episodes, really quick episodes. They're about half an hour. I think I watched it in a couple of days. It was really easy to throw on, very light-hearted, kind of festive, but not too crazy Christmas, but it definitely still gets you in the festive mood. And it is a romantic comedy, and it's all set in New York, so some amazing festive New York scenes, and it's about a guy called Dash and a girl called Lily, and it's a love story that starts off between messages through a book. I don't want to give too much away, but they don't actually meet each other for a little while into the series. So yeah, it's really good if you're looking for something light-hearted, something new. I've actually got the names of who it stars. It stars Austin Abrams and Midori, don't know if I'm saying her name right, Francis as Lily. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's definitely something that's just really easy to watch. Next is something that we watched together, and that is Jingle Jangle.
Oh, I love this film. Being honest, when Helena suggested watching it, I just wasn't sure whether I was in the mood to watch it, and I didn't know if it would be any good. I don't know. And then we started watching it about 10 minutes in. I was like, this is brilliant.
Yeah, we hadn't really heard, I'd watched the trailer, but apart from that, we hadn't heard too much about it. But we loved it way more than we thought we would.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a Christmassy The Greatest Showman. I think that's how I would describe it to people. The music is incredible. The cast are insane.
Yeah.
The dancing and the singing are so good.
Well, I didn't realise how much had gone into it.
Yeah.
Before we watched it.
And the whole production value of it.
Yeah.
The costumes, the set, everything about it. It was one of those things that, again, it's not too in-your-face Christmassy, but it definitely gives you that warm, festive feeling watching it. And what I liked, it wasn't, so it's not about, so a lot of obviously Christmas films are based around Santa Claus or that kind of world, whereas this wasn't really. It was based around a family set at Christmas time, and it was all about toy makers. So it wasn't your traditional Christmas film in a way. But I loved it. If you're looking for one thing from this list to watch, Jingle Jangle is probably my top pick. I can't wait to watch it again.
Yeah, I really want to watch it again. Although I was just about to say that if we're going to recommend something to definitely watch, there's another film that we're going to mention I think is up there for watching at Christmas. But yeah, loved all the music. My favourite one was Gonna Make It Work Again.
Yeah, it's got such good songs. And then I'll just get up the cast, because I like saying who it stars. So it stars Forrest Whitaker, Madeline Millis. She plays Journey. She was incredible. Keegan-Michael Kay, Ricky Martin, Anika Noni Rose.
Ricky Martin.
It just has an absolutely incredible cast. And yeah, it's called Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Journey. If you just type that into Netflix, then it will come up. And yeah, just be prepared to be blown away by the story and the music.
Yeah.
So next on our list is Christmas on the Square, which is Dolly Parton's Christmas on the Square. She wrote all the music for it and she also stars in it. To be honest, this wasn't our favourite thing on the list, but we still thought we would include it because it was something that we have watched in the lead up to Christmas. It is complete Christmas cheese. Again, it's a musical, so there is singing and dancing. And it's all set in one square, and then it shows the story. It's kind of like a twist on
Christmas Carol.
A Christmas Carol. But yeah, it wasn't our favourite. It'll be interesting to know what you guys thought about it as well.
I think one thing that was just weird because it's all and you can tell it is all set like in a studio.
Yeah, I think we'd watched Jingle Jangle first and the production value of that was insane.
Yeah, so even though that probably was filmed inside a studio, it looked feel different. Like it. It was like the quality of the way they'd both been filmed was very different.
It's a great one to just throw on maybe if you just want that little bit of festive cheer. Again, it has songs in it, so if you love musicals, then yeah, definitely give it a go, give it a watch. And also, I love Dolly Parton.
Yeah, and she's
so
in
it's
it.
really nice to watch something with Dolly Parton in.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wouldn't be our top pick. But yeah, we definitely still wanted to include it in this roundup. And then number 4 is one which I watched on my own, and that is called Holiday. And I actually watched this one evening when I watched it in bed and I just wanted to chill. I think I had a hot chocolate and I was looking for something festive to watch. And I saw Holiday, which stars Emma Roberts, and I really enjoyed it. It is probably the least Christmassy out of these 5 TV shows and films. It's called Holiday and it's basically about a guy and a girl who basically become each other's holidates. So they're the dates for like all of the holidays of the year. So Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. And that's why it's not completely Christmas, because it actually goes through all the holidays of the year. But I would definitely give it a go. It's like your typical rom-com. I mean, you can guess what happens without me saying. But it's nice to watch something that is that easy to watch. And also, if you're looking for something that's not too Christmassy, again, this is set all year round, but it does have that Christmas element as well at the end. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. And then lastly is a film that we most recently watched, and that is The Christmas Chronicles 2. So we watched The Christmas Chronicles, that's like a tongue twister, last year, and we love that.
Well, really just a correction, I watched it last year, and I watched all of it. Helena fell asleep about half an hour in. So
but I did really like it.
You had to rewatch it this year.
I was just tired, but then I did rewatch the end, and I really liked it. It's a really good film. It stars Goldie Hawn and I always forget his name.
It's Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
This is for the second one. Goldie Hawn's only in a little bit of the first one.
And it's Santa, but not how he's been portrayed before.
He's a cool Santa.
He's definitely. If you've watched the Legoland vlog, he's definitely a Santa rocks. He's like a rocking Santa.
He's Elvis, basically.
Yeah.
Which I think they've done like knowingly. Kurt Russell once played Elvis in a TV, either a TV film or a TV miniseries, and he's brought a lot of that on board with it.
And he sings in both Christmas Chronicles and Christmas Chronicles 2.
Yeah, but I love his version of Santa. So much so that it's right up there with Tim Allen for me.
Really?
Yeah, like Tim Allen's number 1 for me in terms of like Santa portrayal, and then Kurt Russell with 2 films that are really modern, which is quite odd because, you know, you don't get a lot of sort of modern films that are deemed as like Christmas classics, do you? Really? But I consider them as like, yeah, have to watch, especially number 2.
Yeah.
Have to watch that every year now. I love that.
We actually preferred number 2 to the original.
Yeah.
Which is saying something because the original is really, really good.
But then what I really loved is that Goldie Hawn had got a full part in this, whereas she was just like it was like a little Easter egg at the end of the first one, because they're together in real life, Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. So it was like sort of that moment in the first one where we went, but now you get to see them both on screen together again in a film.
I really enjoy the elves as well.
The
They've
elves,
done the
yeah.
elves very differently to like your typical elves.
Very
in other
original.
films.
Yeah, I like I like the elves, and every time they're on, you're like, oh.
Yeah. And what's great about the second one is that a lot of the first one is set. I can't remember where it's set, but it's set in the real world.
Yeah.
And then a lot of the second one is set in Santa's village. So
Yeah.
they actually travel through that dimension and they go into where Santa lives.
It makes it really festive, really magical.
It's probably one of the most Christmassy out of the 5 we've mentioned.
Yeah.
Very, very Christmassy.
And another thing, it's not set on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Which a lot of Christmas films are.
And it's really action-packed. It also has a lot of heart.
Mm-hmm.
We cried at the end. Has a very lovely message as well.
Yeah.
And it has some great new characters. I love Jack. He's so cute. But yeah, if you're looking for something which screams Christmas, but is still a little bit different to like your traditional Christmas film, Christmas Chronicles 2.
And I held my hands up and said, look, I'd be happy if they kept making these each year.
Well, yeah, we don't really know how long it's going to go on. Obviously, they've done 2. I definitely think they'll do 3. So it's like a trilogy. But they might just keep releasing one every year.
Yeah, you said as long as Kurt Russell still enjoys playing Santa, and as long as they, are still well received, then I think they'll probably still keep making them.
But I've been so impressed by Netflix originals. They're really, really great. So like Jingle Jangle and Christmas Chronicles.
Yeah,
are
they
two
really
great Netflix originals that would not look out of place in a cinema at all.
Yeah. And 2 Christmas films that, I would really add onto that list of films that I want to watch each Christmas.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed hearing about our most recent festive watches. Let us know if you've watched them as well and what you thought in the comments, but don't give away any spoilers in case people haven't seen them. And I hope it was helpful if you're looking for something festive to watch as we lead up to Christmas. Not long now.
I know.
So thanks so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow for another Vlogmas. Bye!
Toodle pipski!